shows. This is my third. This is my.
I literally read the description like yesterday, and just the title and pain.
Okay, good.
So I don't know.
The description needs to change, but
What
it's
I signed
been
myself up for.
it's been that for 2 years, and I just don't.
Well, it got me
care.
here.
It does get people here. It does get. But if I start to put in like the credentials that I have now and
I
like
wouldn't
the
have
class
gotten that
span.
far without your page.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's good. That's good. She spoke at IMAX. People are like, "What's IMAX?" She spoke at Google. It's half true.
Why is it not true?
Because it was at a Google stage, but it wasn't at Google company.
Love it.
Yeah, so I have Google XI in the background,
Yeah, yeah.
and it was sponsored by Google, but no, it was not paid by Google. No.
That's most people are just doing that, like, and saying they're doing the thing.
Yeah.
Really active audience.
That's great. This is active.
You tell me when you start, and then I'll be quiet.
No, it's good. It's good. We're playing around today. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain. I started playing with these chords last night, and the chords feel so wrong.
I don't know how much feedback that's going to get with your mic.
Should we test it? How do you want me to test it? Yeah.
I'll be back.
I would test to see how close.
How dare you leave me, Elijah?
Be right back.
I would test to see how close you can get to.
Yeah. Hello. 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 It's me. This is part of the show, I'm telling you. And when I'm in my stand-up mode, then everyone else starts to get into stand-up mode. And that makes it really fun when we get to story time. Cool. Sweet.
I'm down.
Well, this is like, so here's what happens. I've been doing this for 2 years. I get paid to do this other places. This class, I give so much energy in this class, and sometimes there's like 8 people, and sometimes there's 30 people, and like one time there was close to 60. And I just like, Elijah, he runs the meetups here. I was like, it's just like, there's other things we could be doing. He's like, no, please don't stop doing the class. Like last month, this is my last time doing it. If it's still on meetup, then you know. And I was like, I'm done. I think I'm gonna keep using it as my experiment because I'm getting on bigger stages. And so this does give me a place to play with, to workshop things, exactly. I workshop new stories, I workshop new ways of teaching this. I'm currently trying to solve the problem of how do I teach what I do to larger audiences, which this is, maybe God was like, I'm gonna give you 3 people.
There must be some sort of message here.
Hey, each of us count for 5, right?
Each count, it's great, it's great. No, it's good. I mean, I am filming today. I don't normally do that. That's the other part of this that I spoke with Elijah about. I was like, yeah, because I keep filming, my friend Sydney here, I keep filming myself and not getting good sound. And so, you know, as I put it into my speaker reel, how's the lighting? Does it need to change? Am I in the dark?
A little bit.
It's kind of dark.
Yeah, it's-
Yeah, you're better there.
Interesting, 'cause there are no lights above.
There are. There's actually 2 spotlights.
Oh, yeah, back there.
So there definitely are. I might call him.
You're okay over there too. That's a little more to your view, right?
Yeah, but we want the whole stage. It's usually on. So that's, all right, we're gonna give 5 more minutes. The day that I'm recording, it's not on and no one's here. You're here, not no one. Not no one. And that's an important lesson. That's an important lesson. You always do it for, when there's one person there, you do it for the one person. That's super important. Hey, how do I turn the other spotlights on? Yeah, because it's still dark on the stage.
I feel like I'm backstage.
Right.
Are you sure?
I'm
Actually,
both.
Oh, Taryn. Nice to meet you.
I'm Kevin.
Kevin?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Our names are
Taryn.
similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, one of them isn't on. Is it just out? Oh, it's out. What the heck, bro? It's not your fault
That's
whatsoever.
me.
But like, what's going on? We're just gonna have the best time. We're gonna have the best time. Okay, thanks, man. It's okay. Okay, bye. The light is out, of course. This one light is out.
I think you're meant to like play and really have fun, and like that's meant to be the vibe.
Totally.
Like it's really meant to be like the non-professional.
This
Version of
intimate,
it.
kind of like low lighting.
Yeah, there's
Intimate,
something,
low
there's
lighting.
something here. You don't know what it is yet.
I don't. I've had a gift of a day too. It's one of those like, all right, God, this is like it. I had a. Are you recording yet?
There's also like the.
I do want you to come
Yeah,
check.
the
See
microphone
The
is
microphone
if
is
it's too
messed up
wide.
too.
You want to
The
close it?
microphone
It's
is-
like.
Stay.
I mean, it'll stay, but it just isn't a good time.
It's not on 3 legs. It's on 2 or
That's
1.
fine. I'll figure it out later.
Probably one, yeah.
It's the vibe of the.
It's just floating. Well, I'm in 3 or just flapping in the wind.
That's too wide.
Oh man. Why didn't you guys? Oh, I think that's part of the summer slides. I'll wait.
Yeah, we can't ask that question.
Yeah, I won't. I
We have to
won't.
wait for the show.
You guys are great. I mean, you can, fine. We can zoom in later. It doesn't need to.
Yeah,
High
not
quality.
too
This is the
much.
first time or at a Capital Factory?
Yeah.
Oh, first time at Capital Factory for both of you?
Well,
No.
I've visited before, but I haven't actually like come in here
Probably
and done
switch out the
it.
legs,
Got
but
it,
then you
got
can
it.
always
I
like
I've
watch
looked around.
so
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
not-
yeah,
Give it a
yeah.
straight more.
I think it was like South by one something. I have like years of names.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, we can always kill
Yes,
this
I
later
know
on.
here. And then how did you hear about Capital Factory?
I used to work at Atla before.
Yeah.
And that's how I got the business.
That makes sense. Yeah. Oh, oh, we have two
Yeah.
people.
You're
Welcome.
back. I am back.
Hi.
I know. I know. I texted Elijah. He's like, "Are you still doing it, please?" And I was like, "Okay. Let's see what this month looks like." So we're playing. We're doing some new things today.
And
You
then
almost
you guys
doubled our
sit
group.
there.
No, I can't like.
Okay, so we've got one version.
It's gonna be wide unless you
Same
plan on
version.
coming to the
Oh,
podcast.
so we actually
did.
doubled.
I've been to
Little-
Capital
little
Factory
far.
before.
Okay, yeah.
Ribbon, whatever it is that we're doing. I don't really know what it is. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Wait, one of you have come before to this thing? Yeah. How many people were there last time?
The last one was like over
20? Okay.
This is like we at least had like.
Doesn't really take that
You guys
long.
can have
But
double
we'll definitely
our
do
room.
it.
We
Yeah.
went from 3 to 6. So.
It's very curated.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
I get to the
It
point
still
where
feels
we're
really
seeing, like, just
personal.
kind of like
I like.
That's great.
While you were chatting, we doubled the audience.
Patience. I'm gonna have to make this a shorter class, which I'm going to do anyway. I'm gonna do anyway. I'm trying like to not let out all the good stuff, all the good stories.
I'm
and
like,
share
let's
the
have it. Let's go.
camera. Thanks so much. My entire outfit's from my mother's closet.
All right, your mom has got some finesse.
Yes, I call this my big Chanel.
That's awesome.
I feel like you should be like I'm like, you're ready.
I know, I'm ready. The camera's not.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense.
I'm ready.
We do have our live stream going.
Oh,
I mean,
who's watching the live stream?
people do.
That's cool.
People text me.
Yeah.
They watch the live stream. I've been doing this class since 8/8/2023. There was 6 people upstairs, and they had, it was a good day. I was like, this means something. Part of what happened is I came to a pitch event, and I was so annoyed by watching the pitches. I was like, y'all are going like this. I can't hear you. There's 200 people in here. Put the microphone where your mouth is, bro. And so I went, all right, I need to start teaching this stuff. And here we are. Lessons from a know-it-all. Just in theater. Just when it comes to stage presence, microphone, communication. There's more. I'm definitely a know-it-all. What's up, y'all? All right, look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 whole humans here, and we've got another one coming in. I bet there will be more people too. We'll just do it. Let's just YOLO. Let's just go. Cool. What's up, friends? Hi, I'm Sammy. I am your MC, your director, your resident transformational entertainer, voice expert, theater weirdo trying to bring theater into the corporate space, essentially. That's what's happening. That's what you're about to experience. So if you're a little scared, I would say you shouldn't be, but that's really up to you in the end. Who is here because they're afraid of public speaking? Afraid of public speaking. Yes, right, there's two. We go like, okay, why? What is it about public speaking that scares you? Sounding dumb, not having the confidence, absolutely.
Saying the wrong thing.
Saying,
You have the right thoughts in your mind.
saying the right thing, having the right thoughts in your mind. That's a little harder to control. That comes with being prepared, right? Be prepared, or be like me and just get really comfortable being unprepared, which is a skill in itself. You can take an improv class for that. It's absolutely a skill. I am slightly prepared today in that I've done this workshop over 60 times. And the difference today is last week I did this in Vegas, and I did 3 actually, and it was really well received, and I had a lot of really cool event planners from all over the world be like, do you sing in your keynotes? And I went, I can figure out how to. I do sing. I'm going to get you singing today. Why? Because my goal is get the world singing. But the motto is get the world humming, because you can't exactly sing in the workplace. You can. But the more practical part of that is humming, is getting you humming. So we're gonna talk a little bit about what the neuroscience of this is, why this matters for public, why you should care at all. And we'll play a little bit. I'm gonna work on playing today with your voices from the audience. And then we'll also still get up on stage one at a time, because that is really valuable. And I do wanna work with each one of you and give you some stage time. And because this is a free class, and this is my experiment place, for me, my growth is how do I work with hundreds of people and eventually thousands of people from the audience and do it from the stage without being like, I miss your voice, and I miss your voice, and I wanna hear all of you, so I'll just hear all of you at once. So this is taken from my talk in Vegas this week. High pressure, usually it's playing up there, so I guess I'll just have to memorize it. Mastering high pressure conversations. What do you do when the pressure's high? Right? Many of you are here for public speaking. Who is here because they have a pitch that they're working on? They're pitching big money. They're asking for big money for a startup. Yeah, right? Anyone else? No one else has a startup? Kind of? What's your project?
I don't know, I'm in sales, I don't have a startup.
You're in sales.
I have to pitch.
Okay, so you pitch, but the pressure's high.
Yes.
Right? Okay, so great. So in this class today, I love sales. I love sales. I'm also in sales, and I teach sales. It's a ton of fun. The thing about sales is also understanding what's happening with the person in front of you. It's having so much empathy, reading everything that they do. Same thing goes for public speaking. So everything I teach you today, I want you to take in for both yourself and for your audience, whoever that audience is, and start to take note of their behavior patterns and their vocal patterns, and so that you have the upper hand and you win in these conversations. Yeah, it's fun to win, right? We lose all the time. I lose all the time, and that's okay. We just try again. All right. Your energy is contagious. Your energy is so contagious. My stepdaughter, anyone here have kids? No one here has kids? That's a weird statistic, right? That's some weird, 0 people in this room have children, stepchildren? Nieces, nephews. Anyway, she's 18, so she's that age. She knows everything, of course, just like I do. And I hum all the time. And part of it is to be happier, and part of it's because silence makes me feel awkward. So I just hum throughout the day. Anytime it's too quiet in the car, and she's a very quiet person, they're very comfortable with silence. I am not. So I hum. And last week she comes home from college and she goes, she's humming. She is humming. And I went, okay. Yeah, I like to hum. And she was like, you hum a lot. I said, yes. She said, what are you humming? I don't remember what the song is. Just now is Don't Stop Believing, right? I was humming Don't Stop Believing. And it got me thinking, yes, I do hum a lot. Why do I hum a lot? Well, one, of course, the joke I made of the awkward silence, that's better for an audience, right? But truly, it also keeps me happy and keeps me regulated, which I'll dive into why that is and how that connects to your nervous system and to who you are as a primal being. And
People who hum, people who sing, people who whistle, tends to be contagious, right? Have you ever seen someone, well, you kind of fall in two camps, right? You either go, all right, we're getting out from behind the piano. You're in a grocery store, someone is singing in the grocery store, you have two reactions, maybe three. First one, you join in, you sing with them, you're excited to be alive, right? Second reaction is, how dare they take up ear space? How dare they make this sound? I'm annoyed. I have to stand in line. I don't want to be here. My partner was supposed to pick up this food. Well, I hate this. Why are they singing? They're so annoying. They should shut up. Okay, that's number two. Number three is you're jealous. Oh man, I wish I could do that. I wish I could just sing out in public like that. Anyone felt any three of these before? That energy is, okay, cool. I'll take the head nods. That energy is contagious. That energy is contagious. In March of 2022, I drove into Austin, Texas. Some of you have heard this story before. I drove into Austin, Texas with a broken down Honda Element, duct taped, closed in the back. I had $300 in my bank account, and I was actually selling this event that I was going to. It was how I got here. I sold this coaching conference. I was on their sales team. And I'm at this coaching conference. It's more of a summit, if you will, and it's with macro bros. I call them like the big, beefy dudes. They're all coming to Austin, Texas to get to know themselves and build their business. And then you have the ones that talk like this. Yes, I'm here to grow my impact on this planet through my health coaching business. And it was awesome. It was a really, I love those guys. They're my friends. I make fun of them, but like they're my homies, right? And we are at the summit, and all day these guys had been getting to know their inner child and climbing trees and playing and applying that to business, which is a great time. I highly recommend it. You'll do a little of that today. And we're in the evening activity, which was a DJ set. Now, I had been performing my entire life. I come from a musical theater background. I was a cruise director. I was a Barbra Streisand impersonator. For 2 years, I performed all around the country in national tours, et cetera, all that good stuff until 2020 when I decided to change directions and help people rather than just distract them from their lives. So my friend said, Sammy, my dear, my singer, sing with me on stage tonight. And I said, I can't do that. I don't improv. I can't be messy in front of people. It has to be perfect. It has to be rehearsed. We didn't rehearse. How could I possibly? We didn't rehearse. And she said, no, just make it up as you go. It'll be great. And so I did. So she's playing these Afro beats, which I absolutely love. She's a pretty well-known DJ. She's awesome. And DJ Vicky. And she's playing these Afro beats. And so I get on the microphone. At first, I'm like, really nervous, like standing away so no one can hear me. Till finally, I'm like, okay, what wants to come through? What can I allow to come through today? At first, I was afraid. I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong, and I grew strong, and I learned how to get along. Okay, that was awesome. Okay, maybe we think, no need for the applause, but thank you. That was awesome. That was so cool, so much fun. It came out of nowhere. And so what was the next thing I did? I was like, all right, we can do this. We can improv. Let's start improv dancing. Let's start enjoying this moment and owning this moment and having fun with this moment. So I start to dance a little bit, and all of a sudden, I started to dance with this ball of energy that I picked up in a Tai Chi class. Anyone here like Tai Chi? I'm a big fan of Eastern medicine. We'll get into that a little bit as well. I start dancing with this Tai Chi ball and accidentally, suddenly threw it to a friend, and to my surprise, he caught it. I was like, okay, that was cool. That's fun. And suddenly, a friend over there, my friend Nate, goes, over here. And he threw it to Nate, and Nate caught it. And suddenly, randomly, out of nowhere, by God's might, we have an invisible game of catch happening at this macro bro coaching summit. Advanced improv techniques being utilized by these people. It was a tennis ball, it was a soccer ball, it was a volleyball, it was a basketball. The DJ caught it and spun it around on her finger. It was a hacky sack. That was cool. And everyone knew, everyone followed the ball of energy, knowing exactly who it was coming from and where it was going to. And then finally, someone threw it so high it got stuck in a tree. And we pulled out our clamp, and we grabbed it and brought it down, and I kept it in my pocket for later. This was the moment that I knew that my energy was contagious. And that when I enter a room, I get to decide how people are going to receive me. I get to decide how I am going to show up that day and how I am going to lead, whether with 2 people or 100 people or 1,000 people. That is the power of your voice. So why are you here? What do you hope to gain out of today? Watch me not use this piano whatsoever the entire time. I'm gonna try. I'm not the greatest piano player. I can sing a cappella, but I wanted to play. I wanted to see what would happen. What's the worst that happens? You hate it, never come back. Okay, this class was free. And I'm sure you'll be back. Why are you here? Anyone? Front row? Yeah, go for it.
Me? Well, I mean, it's been a long time since I did public speaking, and I've been really thinking about kind of like, I'm a big believer in like the things that you do every day versus like the big things that you try to achieve. And I think about like what I want to practice every day, and like this is something that I want to do.
Okay, I want to get better. I want to have a daily, everyday practice. Great, so we'll find some things that you can do every day other than just being on stage, because not every day is a day to be on stage, right? Sales, right? You're here for improving your sales, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I wanted to test the expectations versus the reality of how I really sound like, real critique.
Oh, cool, okay, great. Expectations versus reality of what I really sound like. That's great. This is a great place to do that because I'll be specific with you and I won't just give you generic advice. We'll dive into exactly the sounds you're making with your mouth.
Oh my gosh, no, like, I don't know, I've been like looking at improv classes and I've been looking at like Toastmasters and like I think it would be interesting to just practice that skill. I feel like I'm okay speaking in public, and then as we've been talking, I'm like, oh my god, she's gonna make us sing. So now I'm more panicked.
That's okay, that's fair, I understand. If I had told you I'm gonna make you sing, maybe that's why people aren't here. They heard somewhere, okay.
Oh god, that's my worst nightmare.
Well, just to be clear, so this isn't theory, this does come from 20 years of experience. I started on stage at 8 years old. I got paid to sing for the first time at 13. This is my life's work. Yes, I'm 31. This is my life's work. Accumulated in years and years of studying audiences and studying performers, studying comedians, studying cultures and their religions and the way that they incorporate performance and ritual. And why this works. So y'all get paid to communicate, right? You don't get paid for what you know. You get paid for what you communicate. I heard this once and I went, wow, that is staying with me forever and ever. And furthermore, you don't get paid for what you know. You get paid for how people experience what you communicate. I had a room of 110 college students and like 30 of them, that was their LinkedIn post headline. You don't get paid for what you know, you get paid for what you communicate. I thought that was awesome. You get paid for people how you experience what you communicate. And it's true that we don't really have a say in how people receive us, but we can control as many of the inputs as possible, right? Because anyone's gonna put their history, their trauma, their background, whatever it is on you. Of course, that's just being human. One of the cool things about being human. However, we get to have a little bit of control. So that's some of what we're gonna go over today. So this is a study, and I'm gonna rush through some of this so we can get to the more practical part. This is a study of inconsistent communication, right? So inconsistent communication, saying like, hi, how are you? And you go, I'm fine. Right, so you're saying one thing and your body language is doing another. That is what this study was on. So it's not all communication, it's harder to study in that way. But 38% of that was communicated through tone, AKA sound vibrations. Sound vibrations. That is what your voice is. 55% was in facial expressions and only 7% is shown through words. Now, my question is also what's shown through energy. Can somebody receive something through mindset as well? Because if I'm thinking, I hate my life, I hate my life, I hate my life, you're gonna feel that, right? You're gonna feel that energy that's gonna be contagious. If I'm thinking like, wow, the world is so good. I'm so grateful to be alive. These shoes make me feel fun. Then you're gonna see a slight smile on my face. I'm gonna feel more relaxed, right? So that part's not communicated. That's not shown here. Energy, what are your thoughts portraying? Or I guess, how do your thoughts affect your body language and affect your voice? So being perceived as the authority happens long before you open your mouth to speak. It happens as soon as you step on the stage. Many of you are gonna come onto the stage like this, ready? Hello. Your legs are gonna be straight. I love the laughter, it's great. It really fuels me. It fuels me. Your legs are gonna be straight, you're not gonna breathe, you're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate every second of it, right? When you're pitching, when you're asking for $400,000 for a startup, that's a big number to say out loud. That judgment is on you when you walk in the door, when you shake someone's hand, right? You could be afraid of that, or you could own it. I would love for you to own it today. Most people do not realize that their voice directly impacts the nervous system of the listener. Just like a song. Your voice is a song. Did you know that? Did you know that your voice is a song? You do now, because you've been here a lot and I talk about it. But your voice is a song. It is a song. It's meant to sing. We're tribal creatures. We're meant to sing. And most people have no idea what their voice is broadcasting. Well, my philosophy is the leader with the calmest nervous system wins. So we're actually gonna start with a little bit of nervous system regulation today. Before we do, is there a laser on here? Be a laser. Is that a laser?
Oh, you got it.
Oh, there's no laser. Do you
Pointer, I see the cursor.
see a cursor?
Yeah, it's up at the top. The little arrow.
Oh.
There you go.
This is so uncomfortable. Okay, well, you see this yellow line here? That is your vagus nerve. That is the longest nerve in your body. It connects to all of your organs. And can you guess where it starts, where it originates? Right here?
Yeah, I think.
It's right behind your voice box. It is connected to your voice box. When we strengthen this nerve, it's called toning. What? Are you telling me that strengthening our resilience and strengthening our fight or flight mechanism and strengthening and healing my anxiety, the key to that is called toning? Is that just a synonym for singing? I started asking myself these questions a few years ago when I started hearing people say, raise your vibration and raise your frequency and tone with me. I went, something's up here. We're talking about sound vibrations. Why is no one talking about the voice? Why do cultures all over the world sing? And why are gospel singers the best singers in the world? Fight me on it. Here's why. Here's why. So I've been studying voices for my whole life, studying impersonating voices. I worked for a dialect coach to the stars for a few years. That's also how I got into voice coach work. I would edit and cut together little snippets of dialects, of American dialects for like Woody Harrelson to sound more like a character he needed to. He never knew I was doing it. I never met him. I was just the assistant in the office, editing together small syllables and editing together small vowel changes and diphthongs and triphthongs, which English doesn't have a lot of triphthongs in it. And so I started to listen to people's voices differently. And when I got into the psychology world and the sales world, I realized, people's voices give them away a whole bunch. I can really hear and diagnose what's going on in someone's mind. It's a shame that our sales friend decided to leave because this is the key with sales. You can, yeah, yeah, that's the key. You start a sales call, you can match their tone immediately, which makes them trust you. and we'll show you how. So real quick, just because I wanted to experiment with adding this in today. I'm obsessed with gospel singers. I always have been. I was that little white Jewish girl who wanted to be a gospel singer. True story. That's for my stand-up act, not for this today. And I was like, why are their voices so perfect? Why can I not hear two down here so easily and smoothly? Why is that? Well, it's called our head voice. So there's 3 parts of our voice. There's 5, but for most people, only utilize 3. 3 parts, because we get into like flipping into different places. We have our chest voice, we have our head voice, and we have our middle voice. Anyone heard of this before? Beautiful. We're gonna play with learning all 3 and then apply it to how you can utilize it in business and in your day-to-day conversation. So your chest voice resonates in your body, in your rib cage, in your chest. Your head voice is higher pitched and resonates at the top of your head. So when we, up here is going to be my head voice, this opera voice. Going down here is going to be more in my chest voice. That's the same note, just in different octaves. And in the middle is going to be my middle voice. It's resonating right here in my jaw cavity. It's more nasal. I'm sending more sound out the front. Gospel singers have mastered that higher pitch all the way down. What I'm noticing in speakers in today's day and age, because we're not singing in a fuller range, is that we only have this small part, and so we're only reaching a certain part of our emotional capacity. And so we're missing a full part of our range. And so my thought was, well, if I could sneakily find a way to get the world singing by telling them it's for business purposes, which it is, and we'll get there. Well then, what could happen? Now, this part is all new. The business purposes, that's been there. People have been asking me to sing more, and I'm like, all right, let's figure it out. I think I told you guys that. So let's play with this a little bit, shall we? Are you down? Are we game? All right, so if you wanna sit up straight, find your diaphragm. Your diaphragm's just under your belly, so you're breathing in through your belly and breathing out. Actually, do you guys want to start with a little bit of grounding in? Start with a little bit of humming meditation, and then we'll explore your voice. Sound good? All right. So if you want to take a moment to close your eyes. Beautiful. Find your space, find your body. Really tune in. Notice your feet. Notice your legs. Notice your chest. Notice your head sitting on your neck. Notice any tension in your body. Notice the tiny little atoms vibrating. Maybe you feel stiffness, maybe you feel electricity. Inhale through your nose. Exhale completely. Inhale through the nose. Exhale on a sigh. Ah. 2 more like that. Inhale. Ah. Last one. Be here for a moment. Notice the shift in your body. Do you feel calmer? We're going to move into humming on different pitches. Feel free to keep your eyes closed. Stay paying attention to your body. Inhale through the nose. Hum. Inhale. One more time, choose your own pitch, don't match your neighbor. Beautiful. Notice where you're at. Start to Rub your hands together, wiggle your toes, come back to the room. Who felt their body vibrate? Yeah, your voice is a full body experience. It starts here, and then the vibrations move throughout the whole body. In theory, you could heal quite a bit in your body through your voice by purposefully moving your voice to where you want it to go. So how does this apply to greater dimensions, if you will? Let's test out finding our speaking voice in those, shall we? Do you want to place one hand on your chest? I can. Find that resonant lower voice. Really feel your chest vibrate. I can. Did you all feel that? Do you feel the difference? Beautiful. Now we're going to find our head voice. Hello. Boys always laugh at this part. I don't care if they're 17 or 70. I've taught all ages. My first student was a 73-year-old retired attorney. So all ages, they all giggle at this part. Hello. Hello. Great, look, you found your tenor. That was beautiful, well done. Hello. Hello. Awesome. This is going to bring space for you. This is on purpose so that you have more space in your voice, so if you want to project, that space is there, versus this earthier chest voice is not going to require as much space. People don't hear this, they feel it. Below a certain frequency, we feel pitches. We feel those frequencies. Above a certain frequency, it goes into our ear holes. So we want to be able to access both, right? Sometimes if we can't be heard, it's actually that we need to just raise our pitch a little bit, right? So let's try it again. Hello. Hello. Hi. Hi. Do that one more time, this time as a yawn first. So I'm gonna have you yawn, and then make a sound. Great, you just went for it. I appreciate you. Trust me. Thank you so much for your trust. All right, let's do it one more time. Same thing, up to down. Did everyone feel that space up here? That's your soft palate. That's your soft palate. Many Americans, that's what you're missing. I know only a few of you are American in here, which is great. That's what I love about Capital Factory. It's like I have, like speakers from all over the world. It's way more fun. We get to play with your dialect and talk about what it's like to work with American business people. Because American business people, like they want you to sound like them. So it's true. It would be inappropriate for me to lie about that, right? Especially if you're talking to an older generation and they don't want to work so hard to hear you. So let's code switch so that you can get that money. I'm not here to, I judge the culture a little bit, but that's not what it's about. I'm here to give you the tools to succeed, my friends. The tools to succeed. So that space you felt, sometimes if you're mumbling, it's really as simple as finding that space. Maybe you just need to open your mouth more. That's pretty common. I was hoping that he's not Russian. You know who I'm talking about. This sweet man who's my biggest fan, who comes every month. He speaks here. He served in the military and he speaks right here and his mouth doesn't open. And one class, we got him to open his mouth and it was awesome. And it was something that everyone should see. That kind of transformation. Any questions from where we're at? Yes.
I've noticed this week that my voice seems to be like, I don't know, like I'm losing it this week.
The weather is changing. There's stuff going around. You could just be sick. Like there's many reasons why you could be losing your voice. So this is what's going.
I don't know if I like talked too much and then lost it.
That's also possible. Could be spiritual, could be emotional. Humming every day will bring your voice back. I have a viral video, it's just literally me being like, if you have lost your voice, this is the key that will change everything. And it's literally just me going, and people are like, whoa, it worked. That's crazy, it works. It's like doing your mobility before a deadlift. That's it. Or doing a deadlift and a squat, right? People go, okay, I'm getting ready to talk. Let me practice projecting. Whoa. hurts a little bit, right? Let's actually get the whole range going because it's a muscle that goes from thick to thin and thin to thick. And we want to get a full melody in there. Okay, what's next? So for those of you who are afraid of public speaking is wired into you for survival. Or sorry, the fear of public speaking is wired into you, right? We are tribal creatures. We are meant to sit around a campfire and sing together in song. And what happens if we speak out against the tribe? Yeah, we're afraid to tell the lions. Goodbye. So those of you who are afraid of public speaking, that's what you're afraid of. You're afraid of the tribe kicking you out and being eaten by lions. That's fair. That's fair. I see you. I get you. I understand you. There's no lion. Could you lose your job? Sure. I'm not gonna, I'm not one to sugarcoat things in the end. I might say it sweetly, but want to be honest. Could you try something new and it actually impacts other people though? Absolutely. And you never know until you try. And for the record, for this class, we focus on how you say it, not what you say. So if you want a class on what you say, that's just a different thing entirely. There's a sweet girl here, if not now, when. She teaches what to say. I love her method for a problem solution when you're pitching. So this is the method that I have come to, the radio voice method, and it's a combination of strategic vocal modulation, nervous system regulation, and audience empathy. And we'll talk a little bit more. Audience empathy is pretty simple. Your audience wants you to win. Fun fact. All of you really want this to be a good class, right? You're like, gosh, I hope this is worth my time. I'm just gonna check it out. I hope it's worth my time. I hope that this makes sense to be here because I drove down here and sat in traffic and I really didn't want to do this, right? Your audience feels the same way. If you're pitching an investor, they're like, take my money. Please take my money. Please make this something worth me sitting here, right? So if you think about it that way, rather than, they all hate me, they want me to fail, it does make your life a lot easier. And it's just that simple. Don't picture them in their underwear. That's just, I don't know who came up with that, but it's terrifying. I'm embarrassed, right? Anyway. So we did a nervous system reset. Your voice is like music to your listener's nervous system. Just like music, different tones create different emotional responses. This is where it gets interesting, and this is also where we're gonna, there we go. This is where it gets interesting. This is Barbara McAfee's work. Shout out to Barbara McAfee. I just implement her work because I think it's absolutely wonderful. And because most of the time people teach the three parts of the voice like I taught you earlier. But what do you do with that? So what? Okay, so you taught me to some technique. What do I do with that? This is what we do with it. The 5 tones of the voice, and then last night I also discovered a 6th tone. Anybody here familiar with Chinese medicine? Amazing, great. So what are the 5 elements? Yep, so earth, air, water, fire, and then ether. For this, we use metal, and I'm actually bringing ether back in, because what this doesn't acknowledge is your inner voice. The voice that's there when you hum, that just before the hum, just before the sound happens, right? So I really wanted to bring that in today because it's like the spark of a match, and knowing how to feel for it and how to access it, to speak from your truth, even when it's hard. Even when it's hard. So the 5 tones of the voice, I'm gonna demonstrate, and then we're gonna play from there. And then the next part, once we get through this, lecture and me experimenting with doing this from the stage, we are gonna do a little bit of story time. So meaning each one of you gets stage time, 1 minute to tell a story. What we do is we talk about breakfast. Keeps it simple, talk about breakfast, get as weird as you want or as weird as you don't want. We're in Austin, so people get weird, which I love. I've heard some of the best stories from this. Did that scare you? That is what's made, okay, bye. That was terrifying, that was just too much. That's what they all say. I was like, you're gonna get up on stage. She was like, deuces. That is where the transformation happens. That is where it happens, and I'll work with each one of you to expand a little bit, to get a little bit better. You'll get direct feedback. I do hear that that's the best part of my class. So, which, instead I'm gonna take up all the time on stage. Just kidding. Okay, so we have Earth. This is Earth. Can I have you? Yeah, find that chest voice. This is Earth. Feel the reverberation in your chest. Hello. I am earth. There you go. That feels a little bit better. Can you feel that in your chest? Okay. What if we go to air? I am air. Hello. I am water. So earth is going to be grounded. It's going to be authoritative. It's going to be boundaries, right? Let's say you're dealing with a very difficult person. You're going to use earth. I hear you, and there's nothing I can do about this. Thank you so much for your opinion. However, let's calm down. Fire or air. Air is approachable. It's lighthearted. It's childlike, right? But it's also, people are going to think that you're an airhead. Something of the sort. And then we have water. Water is meditation. I want to try one more time now knowing that. I am water. Yeah, now knowing that, you can utilize it. So a lot of people with water voices, after a long time, it becomes repetitive and boring. That's where you might find somebody with a mono melody. A repetitive melody is usually with water. However, water is really beneficial for a mediation or being a meditation teacher or yoga teacher. However, the downside of it is it can be a tad condescending when used at certain times. So being aware. This is all about awareness. Fire, action, confidence, motivation, right? I'm getting you excited. I clearly have a lot of fire in my voice, right? And when I listen to myself back, I go, okay, you sound a little angry, girl. You sound a little angry. You're not angry. Using more earth. But I just get so excited to be here. I'm just so excited to be alive teaching this. And then we have metal. 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 And this is where it's gonna get fun because people usually hate metal and they don't understand the purpose. But with a little bit of singing, I'm gonna show you how this shows up in song as well. So metal we utilize for when you're in, let's say my microphone goes out. I could project and I could just do a lot of fire, but my vocal cords are gonna get really tired and it's a little overwhelming. Metal is gonna come out of my nose and it's going to send the sound more directly. Rather than it just being spread like a wildfire, it's gonna be more precise. So I'm sending the sound out of my nose. So if your microphone ever drops, it sends metal out of your nose. Now, what's really fun is, like I said in this class, is we've had a lot of non-native English speakers, and what I've noticed about Asian languages is how nasal they are and how tonal they are. So if you come from a background, hey ladies, welcome. If you have a background where you have a lot of tonality and a lot of forwardness, we might pull the metal out. We might not want you to have that. We want to find like the opposite in order for you to play with, just so that you have options. It's purely so that you have options. All right, my thing is all the way down there. So how does this play a role? Well, the whole point is options, right? So if I wanted to sing, does everyone know Journey? I only can like play a few chords. Exactly, that's exactly what we're doing. So if I were to go, what's so weird with this doing in front of people? Hello, I am so nervous playing piano. All right, cool. No one ever sees my scared side in this class, and it's only when I play piano. What I want to show you, and maybe I should pull away from the piano. What I want to show you is the difference between this. Don't stop believing can be sent out your nose. It could also be don't stop believing. And you all have access to both of those. And we can use singing in order to create a stronger access for your speaking. So singing is going to be the exercise. It's going to be the play that then makes your speaking stronger. So my intention is for us to do that together, but it's my first time doing it, so I'm obviously not gonna succeed on my first time. So if we were to all sing it together, let's play with that. Don't stop believing with the metal.
Don't stop believing.
Awesome, okay, great, that worked. Let's do it with air. Don't stop believing.
Don't stop believing.
Cool, if we were gonna do that with water, what would it be? Don't stop believing. Cool. I love it, the singing started to come out. This is silly, all right. If we were gonna do this with metal, don't stop believing. Sing it.
Don't stop believing.
How many of you didn't realize you could sing those notes? Many people will be like, well, I can't sing. I'm like, yes, you can. You just got to send it out your nose. Barbara Streisand, everything comes out her nose. Everything comes out my nose. That's why I can hit so many pitches. Like, I swear. What's up?
You're just hitting on something that's like the reason I don't sing is in middle school somebody told me that I sang very nasally.
Okay.
And
How dare they?
they're like, stop singing out of your nose.
Oh, well, okay. Let's add more air. Let's add more air, shall we? Don't stop believing.
Don't stop believing.
Beautiful. If we're going to sing it like an opera singer, what would that be? Don't stop believing. Don't stop believing. Great. What?
Which one is that?
That's like a blend between fire and air. Is we're bringing in more head voice, but we're bringing in that colorful resonance lower. I once watched a video of Angelina Jolie say, like, if you really want to feel empowered, sing opera. I was like, yes, girl. That was a great answer. All right. I'm gonna have y'all try a few other things. Hello.
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 Beautiful. You just used more breath support than you knew that you had. And if I were to start to get you speaking louder on this stage, you would never do that. Why? Because I've done this hundreds of times, and there's some times when it is hard to get people to use big voices, right? So we're getting you to use big voices. This is working. I just got to figure out what I want to do. This is working. More. Well, here's what it is I can play anything in C, and I transposed it to G because it's actually better for everyone's voices, and it's just messing me up, so I'm going to go back to playing in C because everything can be played in C. So we have... Just a small town girl, sing along. Living in a lonely world. Send it all out your nose. She took the midnight train going anywhere. All right, now air. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. She took the midnight train going anywhere. All right, now we're gonna do it with fire. Are you ready? A singer in a smoky room. I smell the wine and cheap perfume. It's harder to control, right? So the difference, what, the words or the fire? Was more nasal. So here's what the big distinction, and this does matter, and it's really fun. If I were to just do fire, it'd be, a singer in a smoky room, I smell the wine and cheap perfume, and it's harder to hit those notes. As soon as it's metal, I smell the wine and cheap perfume. And that's how sound travels. We open our mouths and just think the sound will go where it needs to go. Absolutely not. The sound will go where you tell it to go. Your voice will go where you tell it to go. Cool? All right, I feel like I proved my point. Have I proved my point? Are you all, yes, kind of? Not really? We're not done with the piano? Well, I'm kind of done with the piano, mostly because we're at the time that needs to be done with the piano in order for everyone to get on this stage. Why, what else do you want with the piano? Save that for the other show, guys. No, that's great, that's great. The intention with the piano, I don't actually need the piano. The intention with the piano was to be brave and do something new, because I've never done it before. So thanks for playing, I appreciate it. So that I don't get on stage in front of like 1,000 people and do that and go, oh no, I've never done this before. Yeah, go for it. I'm just gonna move this and then we're gonna play.
On the air tone, I think of that as a breathy voice that's also head voice. Is it more breath?
It's interpretive. Hold on. So when we're using, well, I won't say this is a tool. This is one tool. You can now go meet people and start to begin to categorize, right? It's not everything, it's not end all be all, it's also not the only way to go through this, but I've just found it's the simplest way to say, hey, this tone of your voice, this color of your voice, let's bring this in to get the effect that you want. There's also melody, right? So this is just tone, there's also melody, there's rhythm, there's pitch involved. This just kind of brings them together a little bit. One sec.
Yeah, I like that it's not just about up and down.
Yeah, because that gets boring. And it's not the whole picture. And that's the thing, our voices are so dynamic. And my hope when I teach this is that you not only, like I said, get good at your own voice, but reading other people's voices. Being able to read. I have theories of, if you watch my videos on LinkedIn or YouTube, what I start to do is I analyze people's voices and why they're effective or ineffective in what they do. So strong, powerful women tend to sound either bossy or really earthy. So you'll find people will make comments like, why does she sound like a man? And I'm like, well, part of her sounding like a man has determined her success, actually. So I do just start to notice those patterns. And you'll start to notice those patterns too. Who do you look up to? What do they sound like? How do they speak? What kind of intonation do they use? What kind of melody do they use? Is it a da-da-da-da-da-da-da? Hello, my name is Sammy, I'm so happy to be here. Or is it, hello, my name is Sammy, I'm so happy to be here. Da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. And beginning to pick up on those melodies. Cool. How's everyone feeling? You've been sitting for too long, I'm not used to it. Usually everyone's like, all right, stand up. Stand up, friends. Seriously, everyone's gonna use your voice. You're gonna all say things at me, and then we're gonna come up one at a time. Cool? All right. Stay. Hello. Hello. Ba 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 ba. Woo. Woo.
Whoa.
Woo. Woo. Wow. Great. How was that experience? Those were all done on purpose. I chose specific vowels on purpose. You'll notice like the bigger, more open vowels are easier lower, and the smaller vowels are easier higher, right? Wee! Wee! Versus wah! Wah! It's harder, right? Wah! That might be more nasal, so it's easier. Whoa! They're a little harder than wee! It's just so easy. It's just so simple. Hello.
Hello.
I am safe. Now choose your own pitch. Choose whatever feels accurate for you. I take up space. Yeah, there you go. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, I wanted to make sure you felt that in your voice. Okay, I wanted to get everybody warmed up. Next part of this class is really my favorite. We're going into story time. Okay? So everyone gets 1 minute, and we're going to give you can sit down. Everyone gets 1 minute. I'm going to give you some tips. I recommend practicing with the microphone. Some of you want to practice projection. That's fine. But I do recommend practicing with the microphone. Here's what you can do. You're going to step on stage. You're going to walk to just behind the T. And you're going to tell us about your breakfast. I forgot to eat breakfast today, and that wasn't good because then I had coffee and I was jittery all day, and that's never a good thing when I'm on sales calls because it's a lot harder to regulate my nervous system and match the person in front of me because I'm just talking a million miles a minute just like I am right now. This is exactly how I felt, and so I went, okay, I need to eat breakfast, but I was back to back, so what did I do? I microwaved up some lentil beans. Dal, actually, it's dal. I'm on a dal kick right now. I love dal. And I microwaved some dal, which was blasphemy. I know, don't come for me later. I threw some Greek yogurt on it, and I ate it at my desk, and that's what I had for breakfast. Thank you. And you're gonna walk off stage, and you'll be done. You're gonna say thank you. You're gonna say thank you. I don't have a reason for it other than it's nice when you end with thank you. After hundreds of auditions in my lifetime, saying thank you is always good. You fall on your face. Thank you. Grace. I at least fell with confidence, right? Own it. Own every second. Take every second you have. It is up to you. You could apologize for it and go, thank you. That's up to you. You can, and I really would love for you to practice owning it right now. Many of you will also look at me and go, thank you. It's like kindergartners, like seeing teacher. I swear every time everyone goes, am I done now? Can I be done? And it's a lot of fun. Love you all for it. And I want you to say thank you and walk off the stage. Key tip, microphone. If you turn this way, the microphone needs to go with it, right? If you turn this way, the microphone also needs to go with it. When telling a story, we want to get into the senses, which I didn't really do much of in my story. But when telling a story, we want to describe the picture. I opened the bag and ripped it open so slowly so that it wouldn't only get halfway there. I heard the sound of the microwave open as I put my doll in the microwave and closed the microwave gently so that my partner wouldn't judge me for hearing me start to hit the microwave button 3 times until finally I hear the beep and open it back up. Having those moments really does paint a picture for your audience and allows us to be in it with you, rather than, this morning I had doll and it was delicious. You can see the difference, right? Finally, I'm gonna ask you to develop your tune-in. This is your moment before. What is your tune-in? It's your moment before. We did it earlier. Your, plant your feet, ground your breath, ground your voice, your vibration, and then step on stage. Here's a quick thing though. I think I heard somebody kind of sigh. If that's really high up, you're not going to regulate yourself. Feel it come all the way down to your belly. Send. There you go. And if you do that quickly and instantly, you're calm. Your nervous system is regulated. You are the leader with the calmest nervous system in the room, and you are ready to own the room. I swear, my friends, I was in a room, I pitched over 100, well over 100 Fortune 500 executive multimillionaires last week on what I do. What is the pitch that I used? The leader with the calmest nervous system in the room wins. And what did they say? That's so true. What do you do? And I went, okay, cool, we're on to something. Because trust me, I've tried to pitch this a million ways. I'm a public speaking coach. No one cares. No one cares about being that you're a public speaking coach. They care about the results you can get them. And so that told me, okay, keep getting better at that. Keep beating the person with the calmest nervous system, because if these people who've made all this money and have all this success want to pay me to come teach that to their people, chances are they're seeing it, right? And this is where I notice my voice probably sounds angry. It's kind of cool. I have to get better at it too. I just get so excited. Okay, cool. So you're gonna do your tune-in. You're gonna have your moment before, you're gonna walk on, you're gonna do your 1 minute. I'll put my hand up at 1 minute. And then you're going to land the plane. Keep us wanting more, right? And then you're gonna say thank you and walk off. Cool? This is just good practice.
What are your thoughts on authenticity? That's something that's really important to me, like to be really authentic to your voice.
What is authenticity? This is great. What is authenticity?
I think for me, it's like to really be in your body.
That's great. So being present, being in your body, being present. That's a great definition of authenticity. Anybody else? What is authenticity? It's like being real. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm authentically messy, but it's vulnerable, right? Like I just played piano badly in front of people in a setting that I'm used to being really good at. So that's authentic. And also, like, I don't want to do it. I was like, I'm done. Let's get back to the part I'm good at. I'll practice this part. Now I know where it's going. I know the singing part can work. I just have to practice it more, right? But authenticity, people ask about authenticity a lot, and sometimes I'm like, I don't even know what it means anymore. Because I want to show up as my full self, as my best self, as my real self, but like, I'm a weirdo. I actually don't want the people in the audience seeing all parts of me. It's like social media. I want to be authentic on social media. I actually don't. I don't need those people to know all parts of me. Now, do you want to show up present? Do you want to feel like you? Do you want to have fun? Do you want to play? Yes. Authentic is just a trigger word right now. It's a hot word. And so that's why it's just why I ask, like, what does it mean to you? You gave a great definition that had nothing to do with, I want to be my real self and for everyone to see, because my real self is terrified, right? You can see my terror, that's fine. I hide it well though until I don't. You can see my terror, I'm terrified about things. But it wouldn't really, if I'm terrified as the person on stage, you don't feel comfortable. And as the person on stage, it's my job for all of your nervous systems to feel safe. Or at least, if they don't feel safe for a second, to bring them back to feeling safe. To be like, hey, I've got this, but we're just going through a minute, but let's come back to this. That's my job on this stage. So I need to own whatever it is I'm owning, whether it's authenticity, whether it's being a confident version of myself, whatever it is, and allowing myself to feel safe to be seen in all that I am, and taking care of the people who I'm holding the microphone for. Does that make sense? Do you agree? Do you disagree? You can disagree with me.
Well, just something I've been thinking about a lot because, one of the things that I noticed is when I have like a business meeting with a meal, like I'm eating with somebody, and I find myself like tensing up, and I was like, well, what is going on there? I think it's because I don't know what energy, maybe fire with metal. It's too much fire metal. Like it's not where I'm really at, and so I'm almost like giving too much, and I start to like my body starts to tense up. I start to like feel. I actually start to feel like I can't breathe.
Yep.
And I'm like, this needs to change because I need to have lunch with people and dinner with people and be able to breathe at the same time.
That low and slow hum is going to be a game changer. You can mask it really easy as a sigh. Agreeing with somebody. I know a lot of, I have a specific friend in mind, and when he hums, when he agrees with you, everyone feels the resonance. Sydney, you have a very similar voice, actually. You have a very similar voice, where you feel the resonance. Sorry for pointing you out. This is like the man hiding in the back behind the camera. But you do. When I heard your voice last night, I was like, oh, this is fun. Right? He has a very resonant voice, a powerful voice that when he speaks, people are going to listen. Right? All right, cool. So let's start. Who wants to go first? You do.
Yeah. I don't want to know how it's gonna be after like when you tell us stuff, so I'm like I'd rather just go in blind.
Just go in blind.
Yeah. Good evening. I'm Taryn, and today I actually forgot to have breakfast. I went into this working space that I've been working in and just started working, basically. But they have the best snacks in there, and one of the snacks that they have is this weird, it's chicken, but it's chips. So it's like 9 grams of protein, but you feel like you're eating chips. And I'm sure it's not healthy. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. I should have read the back of the thing, right? Like, that would have been great. But anyway, so I was like, ooh, barbecue chips and chicken. That's gonna be good. But you think you're eating chips. I know that's just really, I'm really stuck on the chips thing. But it's one of these things where it's like, am I eating chicken or am I eating chips? Like, the texture, so you just kind of have to like pretend that you're not eating chicken and then just like breathe through your nose and you're like, these are totally barbecue chips. Thank you.
That was great. That was awesome. You do have a lot of metal in your voice. Where are you from?
Originally South Africa. I used to have a South African accent. But
Can you turn it on?
No.
Well,
I don't feel like I can. Like,
Okay.
I feel like I can turn on a British accent weirdly.
So you learned American dialect.
Yeah, when I was 8.
So that's very common to choose. So you sound like you're from California.
Yeah, and I spent summers in California every summer.
Okay, cool. That's very common.
Yeah.
It's very common for somebody who has a different dialect to choose an American dialect, and you choose the California girl
Yes.
dialect.
Yeah.
So that's the nasality.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if it's not a bad thing. We're just becoming aware.
Yeah.
Right. But that's also the downside of Earth.
Uh-huh.
It's like Earth and metal. It gets stuck further back here. But you're very funny.
Oh, good.
She was very funny. I was like, she's got good timing. Your tangents worked for me. I followed all your
Okay.
tangents. It was great. It was great structure. I love that. And usually good laughers are. I'll say that.
Oh,
Usually good
that's
laughers are funny people.
I would like to have a stand-up little like
I could see that
thing.
for
Yeah,
you.
it would be fun.
So to play with it a little, I'd love to hear more of your earth voice.
Okay, so be a little bit deeper.
So, well, let's just play with it. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
What's your name again?
Taryn.
I'm Taryn.
I'm Taryn.
Cool.
I think that this will help me in job interviews. I'm currently interviewing.
Okay. Let's have you do the first part of that again with,
Okay.
if you're, I'm trying to remember what it is, when you have nasality, you are blocking your breath from coming out your nose.
Yeah, there's something that's happening that I've been told that I have a very unique voice where my voice travels, and I've been told that I have a high pitch and a low pitch voice at the same time in some way.
All that is it's coming out of your nose.
Okay.
All of
Okay.
that comes down to, it's like people who need people. It's all coming out there.
Uh-huh.
And so you have the resonance of your lower notes with the travel of the higher notes.
Okay.
I know that this is like a little confusing and technical, but people tend to focus just on what's happening in your vocal cords. Your voice is a full body experience. Your entire body plays a role. So I'm gonna have you ground it and imagine that your feet are in dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try it again and imagine that the sound's coming from your belly and your chest this time, and just start telling your story.
I am speaking. Sorry, it's hard to tell the story and also think about my voice at the same time.
Introduce yourself.
Okay,
whatever
I'm
comes out.
Taryn. I am a UX researcher and designer trying to switch into product. Am I doing it?
Yeah. You
Okay.
are. The next thing I'll say is now you're smiling, which is great. Let's also bring the sound to be a little
Okay.
bit closer. I know that this is crazy with the first person, but these subtleties really play a difference.
Okay.
Since they're like, hi, I'm Sammy. Hi, I'm Sammy.
Hi, I'm Taryn.
Cool.
Am I doing it? Okay. I feel like this all feels the same to
Just
me.
play. Just
Okay. Taryn, as I've said, and it's interesting, the smiling thing, because obviously I'm very smiley, so it's going to be hard for me
It's
to
okay.
not do the smiley thing.
You're still smiling.
I know. It's,
No, it's good. My point is you might think you're not smiling, but you're
oh, okay. I just have large teeth, so that helps.
Okay,
Just
tell us about where you're from for 10 seconds.
originally I was born in South Africa, and then we moved here when I was 8, and well, we moved to Minnesota, then we moved to Austin, and then I lived in Seattle for about a decade because I was like, it is too hot in Texas.
Okay.
And
You're very funny. You're very funny. For job interviews, I would absolutely focus on the earth a little bit.
Yeah.
And then maybe a little bit of air. Try it again with air. See what happens.
yeah, I don't remember how to. Hello, I'm Taryn, and I am here for a job interview.
One more time. You're doing it as a joke.
Okay. Hello. I feel like an airhead when I do this sort of thing.
When you first did everyone hear that for a second when she started, that her voice kind of moved back a little bit and came away from your voice came away from the nasality a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So it went from hello to hello.
Hello. Am I
Focus on the air.
focus on the
So
air?
here's what I'm gonna have you do. I'm gonna have you sing head voice songs. Billie Eilish.
Okay.
You're gonna go sing opera songs, head voice songs, higher
Okay.
voice songs.
Okay.
And that's it.
And how do I do higher and earth at the same time?
Just focus on singing those songs, nothing else.
Okay.
Why? Because I don't want you to not sound like yourself. Right now you're going like playing around trying to do these things. And it's kind of awkward. I don't want you to leave here thinking that's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, I know.
So what I would love for you to do is sing those head voice songs.
Mhm.
So, I wrote down a whole list of each of them. Mine were like Billie
Yeah.
Eilish is the best one.
Okay.
Where's all the feathers?
Feathers,
They
yeah.
sit together.
I'm not gonna sing here.
Practicing that air voice will be
Okay.
really big for you.
Okay.
Just to strengthen vocal cords.
Yes. Yes.
And that's it.
Okay.
And then message me and we'll talk about next time.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. All right, who's next? Do you want to go right in order? I'm next.
Okay.
I'm just recovering from knee surgery, so
Oh.
it takes me a little while to get on stage. Hey everybody, my name is Jack. This morning I woke up feeling pretty awful, honestly. My stomach was feeling just really terrible, and I got up and I did the thing that I do when I feel terrible. I started playing games, video games, and I don't usually eat breakfast, but the thing that I ended up doing was I got this huge carton of soy milk, and I love soy milk. Now that I think about it, that might be the reason why my stomach wasn't feeling so good. But I basically just drank more soy milk for breakfast. Thank you.
Say, wait, go on about that. How was that for you?
It was fun. It felt a little anxious, a little anxiety-inducing.
Cool. Awesome. I'm going to have you do it again. This time I'm going to yell out various elements at you.
Okay. Okay.
Cool. Awesome.
I forgot to move the mic with my mouth.
That was great.
Okay, so hey guys, my name is Jack. My name is Shaq, and I woke up today feeling terrible.
There.
And the thing about feeling terrible is I like to feel better, so what I do is I go and I play video games. And when I play video games, I was getting thirsty, and the thing that I bought yesterday was soy milk, so I decided, oh, I'm gonna get some soy milk today, and that's what I decided I was gonna eat for breakfast, because I don't usually eat breakfast.
Sure.
And I honestly felt really hungry because I didn't eat lunch until 2 p.m.
Awesome. See, perfect. That was awesome. Round of applause. Wait. What was that like for you? Let's come back to your question. What about that which one felt authentic?
I actually like switching. That's what I liked, because it felt like what is interesting to me is that I think it was hard to switch to Earth. Like, it's hard to go here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really easy for me to go to fire and go to air, and that felt comfortable to like. I liked doing that, like to switch back and forth. That was really fun for me.
Cool. I loved his fire, actually. And your air it fit with the story. Once you went to air, you started doing this thing where you were like, all right, I'm painting a picture, which is exactly the right time to use air. So you naturally just did exactly what you would do. Yeah, I'd love to hear in 2 weeks what authentic means to you while you're playing with this. As you get nervous, just do that hum. And his earth voice is really dude-like. It travels really far. Just be aware that when you're in corporate or business situations that it's really dude-like. So just being aware. And so you have so many different colors, you get to use them. Cool?
What do you mean that I should?
Like you can your intonation changes to be what I call the check mark. And so
I feel like it's because it's inauthentic. There's something there, like it's hard for me to go there. Like I'm not actually fully relaxed when I'm there. I'm like trying to like drop, but it's not dropping. You know, like it's like what I'm feeling.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, it was a great thing to notice. It
Yeah.
was just a cool thing to notice. Great job. Thanks for playing. You played really well. Thank you for playing. Would you like to come now?
I just had a question about when he started, before you coached him and had him change. To me, it sounded like Earth.
Yeah.
It was real boomy. It was real strong. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Naturally sits in Earth, no doubt.
Yeah.
Dude Earth.
Dude Earth. That's right.
Which can be like mud, like for a lot of places. Like when I worked with this group of veterans for a while. I love working with veterans on their voices. Getting a room of veterans to like make weird sounds and then be like, all right, you're gonna sing with your kids. They're like, okay, that I can do. Talk about my feelings, not so much. Sing, yes. So getting them to do that is super powerful. A lot of them talk like this because they're used to having really tight jaws, and so they don't open them a lot, right? And so working with them to sing, to loosen that up, and then loosen everything up. And then you get this like stiff body, but like arms moving, and it's great. What were you gonna say?
Do you have something that you think that I should sing?
Oh, great question. I really would love for you to practice playing with all of these voices. So to sing all over the map. Okay, perfect. And it shows. That's why people who sing have stronger voices. You don't have to believe me. Go listen. Go, just go pay attention to people who sing. And I mean, has anyone seen The King's Speech? So this work is very similar, right? I mean, these practices are ancient practices that were turned into theater and musical theater, and then we've just forgotten them, and now it's about bringing them back in to be a stronger speaker. That's it. I'm sure more of that will come out. Next. Go to that side and drink some water. Follow you.
No, you can do whatever you want. Need agua.
Hello, my name is Gail Gonzalez, and what did I have for breakfast? Well, I had 2 breakfasts. I was running out the door to the gym, so I grabbed the protein bar and wolfed it down while I'm driving to the gym. And then after the gym, which I did a water aerobics class, and so I'm like, you know, I really want to go to Starbucks, and I'm in my bathing suit. I don't care. I ordered it sitting in the car. I've got a towel wrapped around me, and it's not the, you know, respectable bathing suit either. It's like I put on the other one today, and yeah, just walked into the Starbucks with my towel on and my bathing suit. My order was all ready to go. It was delicioso, and it was those egg bites, those creamy, yummy egg bites, and the coffee that I'd never tried before, this new caramel apple something or other. And yeah, got in my car and I did wait till I got home to eat because I have a brand new car and I don't want to mess it up. Thank you very much. Here every Tuesday night.
All right, how would you categorize your voice? You can use 2 tones as well. I know, it's fun. You have a fun voice. I like it. Where are you from?
I am originally from California, and try not to do the Valley Girl voice, and because I'm from Northern California, and I've been here in Austin for 15 years, and I am a singer.
Oh, okay. I heard that. You are a singer. Very much water. She knows how to use her vowels. Vowels transfer emotion. It's in our vowels that will transfer our emotion. It's in the consonants that will have clarity. My fiance is a Yorker. He's really intense. I tell this joke every time. My fiance is New York. He's really intense. His consonants are so intense. I'm always like, you sound so angry. He's like, I'm not angry. I'm like, tell your consonants.
I'm not angry.
I do the same thing. My consonants. What do you mean? Going off the high. Anyway, super valuable. That if you want to portray empathy, if you want to show that you have empathy, use more consonants. If you want to appeal to a group of people's emotions, use more. Vowels.
Opposite.
You all knew what I was doing. I didn't eat dinner. I'm hungry. Use more vowels. Oh, I'm saying it. If you want to show empathy to your audience, use more vowels. Use your vowels. Learn how to open your whole mouth around your vowels. So that's what you do very well.
Thank you. Okay, but the consonants, using those for clarity, more direct communication, and when you're trying to make a point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. But you are a singer. I can hear it. You have a strong balance. What's your intention for being here? What would you like to go into today?
I feel like it's partly that preparation part and feeling comfortable improving, you know, going off the script. And yeah, just I've done the singing, but you know, you got the lyrics, you've memorized the lyrics, hopefully. And yeah, hopefully a lot of times I gotta have the iPad or whatever. But yeah. But when you're just speaking and you've written it all out, you don't want to sound like you're reading, right? You want to sound natural. And so I go off script a lot. And then sometimes I'm like, oh shit, I don't know where I am now. Yeah. So, so I don't know if work on that, but this sounded so much more fun than Toastmasters. Because I have thought of doing Toastmasters many times. And as soon as you started talking about singing, I'm like, yeah, I'm in the right place.
Well, we talked about, I had a friend who approached me about like doing this version of Toastmasters.
running them. So I'm always down. It's just, you can only have so many projects.
Yeah, they have lots of rules.
Yeah, so it's nice to have a lot of rules, and it's peer-to-peer. So you're not actually getting somebody who can take you to that next level. In terms of losing your train of thought, the best way that I've learned to do it, and everyone is different in this, if you lose your train of thought, put the image back in your mind. Give yourself a visual image, and that's what, like it's a movie. If there's a movie playing in your mind and you're just talking through the movie, you won't lose your place, right? The times tonight when I've like lost it is because I'm like repeating something rather than actually seeing the movie, which is being present in my imagination, being present in the moment of what I'm talking about. So that's, but everyone's brains work differently. Like if you can't picture an apple and like picture the smell, picture biting it, then you like there's, everyone's like DNA is a bit different than that.
Okay, thank
Try
you.
that. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for playing. All right, let's keep going. Oh, water, and I mean you sing through your speaking. So here, let's try this before we come up. Give me 1 second. Let's try this. Let's demonstrate this. Can you introduce yourself? You're speaking.
Hello, my name is Gail Gonzalez.
Neil Gonzalez, you're the one that messaged in the group. Yeah. Okay, great. If so, you know that name. If you were to do that again, but singing it in the same melody, what would you do?
Hello, my name is Gail Gonzalez.
So she did speech. You just did speech level singing, right? So let's sing. Hello, my name is
Gail
Gonzalez. Great. And now speak that.
Hello, my name is Gail Gonzalez.
She's a singer. She already naturally does this. So that's where that water really comes in really strong. Her water and your metal are balanced. Like that's why I was like, it's a little, she uses a little bit of everything really well. So yes, you have a lot of water in your voice. You're very nurturing naturally, but you've used a little bit of everything because you're so in tune with your singing voice. And not all singers transfer over to speaking, but you do quite well.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm glad you asked because now some more value there. Oh right, take up space. Take up space.
Hi, good evening. My name is Joanna, and for breakfast, I'm not a huge breakfast eater, not on a normal day basis. I do like breakfast food, but mainly like after 11, like a brunch. I'm a brunch girl, right? I'm a dinner for breakfast kind of girl too. But today, I met a friend up at a cafe, and I was kind of excited because she said it was like a new cafe. No, it wasn't. It was like somewhere out in the ghetto. I've never been there before. And it was just kind of disappointing. And I was like, okay, well, let's try it out, whatever, I'm already here. So we went inside and they had all these pastries and I was really excited because I was like, I'm a big fan of croissants. So I was like, ooh, that's a huge croissant. I grabbed the little clipper thing and I put it on my plate. And then it just felt weird. I was like, whatever. Then I kept walking by and I see gluten-free banana nut bread. And I was like, dang it, I should have gotten this instead because I'm a big fan of gluten-free bread. And to end my story, the croissant was not that great. I should have went for the gluten-free bread. Thank you.
Yay! How'd that feel?
I feel better since coming to your classes, and I've been using a lot of your techniques like before I speak. I've been trying to do more content too. So even like before I do the content, I'll be like, whoo, like just like do a little like exercises and yeah.
I wish we had video from like your first
Oh my
class.
God,
Like
I
there's
know.
so much
Yeah.
growth. Like you really felt, you seemed really comfortable coming up and taking the stage. You didn't apologize at any moment until the end when you saw my hand. You're like,
I know, I was like, oh.
You made it into a funny moment,
Uh-huh.
which I loved. So if we were to work on anything, what would you want to work on?
So last time I was here, you said my vowels. I needed to work more on vowels, but I still wanted more tips.
More tips on vowels. And part of that was opening your mouth and creating a different melody. You do get into a repetitive melody. That's fine. Most of us do. But learning to have various melodies and singing our melodies and doing this all day. So I'm going to have you do just that. I'm going to start over. Hello, my name is Sammy, and for breakfast I ate this, and I really enjoy doing this, and blah, 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 blah. And if you end up just saying blah, 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 and going up and down, that's fine. Okay, try it.
I don't know if I remember we talked about like the air voice was hard for me. Just
Yeah, it was. That's
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
Right now it's just we're creating a new melody. We're
getting your body out of the melodic habit it's currently in.
Hello, my name is Joanna Espinoza, and today I ate a croissant for breakfast.
Perfect. Okay, let's
Okay.
begin. Hello, my name is Joanna Esperanza.
Espinoza.
Espinosa?
Espinoza.
Espinosa.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I gotta get it right. Hello, my name is Joanna Espinosa.
Hello, my name is Joanna Espinoza.
Yeah. And this morning I had a croissant for breakfast.
And this morning I had a croissant for breakfast.
Notice how we're using our hand. We're getting our body into it in order to create a new experience, right? Speaking is a behavior. It's a learned behavior. It's a pattern, right? You learn a language, you learn a speaking behavior. I listen to myself speak and I'm like, I sound like my sister.
I do too.
Not even my mom. I'm like, I sound like my sister. And I judge her, so I just thought I was kidding. Little sisterly rival. No. So we can reframe how we speak. Now, we can't change our vocal cords and the shape of our body, which affect how our bodies are, but we can, right? You changed your dialect, right? You're living proof of that. So let's play with more melody. So do one more time. Whole hand all the way up, all the way down.
My name is Joanna Espinoza. Today I ate a croissant for breakfast.
Perfect. Now say it.
My name is Joanna Espinoza, and today I ate a croissant for breakfast.
Okay, do it again, Bo.
Oh. Okay.
You said the same thing on the same pitch after that. So we want to allow it. The goal for it is to go from "Hello, my name is Joanna" to "Hello, my name is Joanna," to being able to find various melodies in our speaking voice.
Hello, my name is Joanna Espinoza, and today I ate a croissant for breakfast.
Okay, beautiful. How'd that feel? Now let's do completely different.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Joanna.
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 Notice I did the same melody, so let's do it again. Hello, my name is Joanna.
Hello, my name is Joanna.
Okay, great. You're getting it. You're getting it. I'm trying to get your like both sides of the hemisphere of your brain to work together. It's just different. It's just new to hearing how melody works. Hello, my name is Joanna.
Hello, my name is Joanna.
Sing it. Hello, my name is Joanna.
Hello, my name is Joanna.
She's like, don't make me do the high pitch. Don't make me do it. Okay. Hello, my name is Joanna.
Hello, my name is Joanna.
Yeah, feel that lower pitch in your chest. My name is.
My name is
Joanna.
Joanna.
Hello, my name is Joanna.
Hello, my name is Joanna.
There we go. Great. That was a lot more resonant. So when it's about being, it's called on your voice rather than being like in the vocal fry almost. If you sing whatever you're gonna speak. Next time you have content, do you script? Yeah. Like, I script sometimes. Yeah.
I like look at it and I add my own sometimes, but.
Sing it first.
Okay.
Sing it like crazy. Be weird with it. If you want to choose melody, you can. It's just hard. Like, don't stop believing. I'm gonna tell you about the sales process. Right? You can. And the whole point is getting different melodies on what you're gonna speak to break the melodic pattern because it can get really repetitive. And we want it to be the people that I see who make make a monotone melodic pattern work. That's a shtick. They're doing it on purpose to be really dry on this because there's so much energy on social media that they're just going to do the exact opposite and just be here. That's a shtick. My boss does it actually. I was like, I said to him, I was like, when I saw your videos, I thought you just didn't have empathy because of like how your voice works. It's like, no, I'm doing it on purpose. And then I meet him and he's like, you want to see my spider web?
Yeah, because I feel I speak in water tone all the time.
You do. You have a lot of water. So let's bring some fire. Let's bring some melody out there. Cool. Awesome. That's all I got for you. Yeah, you're amazing. I love watching you grow.
Well, hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Alicia Diaz. I actually, this is my third week officially. I'm starting fasting. So I started fasting and prayer. I read this book called Autophagy and Quench, the power of like drinking water. So literally for the last 3 weeks, I just wake up in the morning and I just hydrate with water. I do some sea salt under my tongue, and then I do a little bit of fresh lime squeezed into a cup. I put a little bit of warm water in there, and I sip that every morning. I wait usually about 2 hours, and then I finally get into my first cup of coffee. And my coffee, I've always loved just black coffee. I do not like sugar. I don't like creamers on it. I don't understand why people do that to their coffee. They mess up the coffee, but I absolutely love black coffee like that. And I am doing a 16-hour fast. So after 16 hours, I get the opportunity to get my meal. And that's the best part of my day, when I get the opportunity to have either fruit or yogurt, and then I go for the real deal. And that's usually gonna be like, I'll cave in. I'll do like a spaghetti or a pasta or a salad and go from there. Thank you, guys.
I love that moment. That was great. You got so much earth and fire in your voice. I loved listening to you speak. By the way, if you see me and I'm looking down rather than looking at you, it's because I'm trying to take away all of the factors and just listen to the vocal patterns of your voice. So just fun fact, like if I'm ever looking away when someone's talking, it's so that I can like zone into your voice. So that was awesome. What did you feel?
I'm trying to pinpoint which one is like my natural.
Spanish is your first language, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Spanish is naturally more nasal,
Okay.
but you don't live in the nasality. Like you have a lot of melody to your voice. You have this, like, I mean, you're tall, so that helps with finding that earth voice. So I mean, I would put that in some places you bring in your nasality. It's like at the end of words, or the
Okay.
end of sentences, but it's not some. It would only just tell me that Spanish is your first language, not. I wouldn't get distracted by it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, how's that feel?
It feels good. Usually, one of the biggest things that I have to, because I speak often in front of groups of people or smaller groups of train, but there's moments where I tend to like rush or like speed, so I go faster. So I don't know if that's just something that comes from like my Spanish, because when I speak Spanish, I speak fast.
Spanish is
So-
really fast. It's a fast language. I grew up in the Miami area, so.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I know some words, and I'm like, no.
So I don't know if that's I'm trying to improve effective communication, or with individuals. So I don't know if that's like an opportunity for me to slow down, and more like when you were talking about using more of your, what you were saying, like the vowels
Yeah.
on that end.
That's what I was gonna say. Great observation. Great self-coaching. I would say add more water. If you want to slow down, have more of those vowels moving. You're gonna be using more of your mouth, which is gonna take more time.
You seem a lot more calm right now,
Yeah.
just talking. You seem like you're a lot slower when you're just talking.
Versus when she was telling her story.
Right.
Yeah. Great.
Okay.
Cool. You want to try just an intro with
Sure.
that? Okay, go for it.
So with water,
Water and vowels. Just
Vowels.
if you think vowels, that's fine.
vowels. So, hi. Am I? Okay, I'm trying to think like water. Like okay. Well, good evening. My name is Alicia Diaz. I read this phenomenal book called Autophagy and Quench, and it inspired me to start fasting. And this is my third week that I've started. Am I going in the right direction?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely in the right direction. You'll meet yourself in the middle, but for like the purposes of like going, that was great. Absolutely. I would keep practicing that, and then at home, your exercises. So for you, this is fun. Pick a song. Up here. So if we're practicing vowels, we actually want to pick a song and only sing the vowels. Oh, oh, yeah.
Do that every time I don't know the words.
Yeah. Totally. So that's gonna get you practicing those. Of course, don't speak like that. None of this is like go speak in only earth voice, or right? But it's just tools that you can practice at home, like maybe sing along to a song and do that. I'm curious what that sounds like in Spanish. I've never like done that in Spanish, but that is one way in musical theater we use. It's a tool to practice breath support and legato, connecting the words to each other. So the reason being is when you started to slow down, your words disconnected, and like your sentences disconnected in a way that I would want to make sure you come back, because you are a great speaker. Just to get you to slow down a little bit would be grounding your feet, taking deeper breaths, and using more of those vowels, but still connecting them together. Does that make sense?
Got it.
Okay,
Definitely.
cool.
Awesome.
Message me on LinkedIn. Let me know how it goes.
Yes.
Thank you. Sweet. Come on up. We're gonna have to move a little bit faster. Can't read that.
8:20.
Is this recording gonna be on like YouTube?
Well, yes, but okay. Yes.
Hello, my name is Emmy Shina McAfee. I usually do not eat breakfast, but this morning I opened my refrigerator and I saw a yogurt. And I was like, I was on the way out of the door. So I grabbed the yogurt, I threw it in the freezer, and then I went and looked to see if I could find a spoon because I know I was gonna jump in the Uber and leave. So I couldn't find a spoon, but I found a plastic fork in one of those to-go bags. So I grabbed the fork, I put it in my purse, I ran back in my restroom, got my stuff, and I ran to the freezer, got my yogurt, got in the car. And I never have breakfast, y'all. So that was different for me. So while I'm in the car, I didn't get anything to drink.
Perfect. So that actually would have been so that was different for me. Thank you. That would have been a great ending to the story. You had me, I want more.
Okay.
Yeah, always leave us wanting more. And I'm just
Okay.
stopping us for time. Earth voice, right?
Earth?
And fire. She got so much earth.
Earth? Okay.
Yeah, like you bring me to earth.
Okay.
Like you're holding down the fort for us.
Okay.
Yeah, it was great. No, it's awesome. It's beautiful. It's resonant. When
Okay.
I was listening, your voice hits lower parts of me, which gets me to feel more seen and held. Whereas like higher pitches, I'm like, da, 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 right?
Okay.
So super resonant there. What do you do? What brings you here?
I work in fast food, and I'm always trying to teach people how to do scripts and be efficient.
Oh, cool.
Actually, yeah, that's what I do. And I'm in the finance, so I do life insurance.
There we go.
Yeah.
Like,
Finance, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're doing life insurance.
Yes.
Great, cool, untapped financial tool, life insurance.
Yes.
Cool. How do you feel about your communication right now? What are you trying to improve on?
I'm trying to find my voice as far as speaking and communicating. I'm trying to find my authentic voice as far as speaking, communicating. I tried music when I was younger, and the first time I heard my voice back on the radio, I cringed, and I was like, that's a dude. And when I'm in fast food and I'm doing scripts or I'm doing the drive-through window, they're always like, yes, sir, and I'm just feeling so proud, like, it's ma'am. And they're like,
I get that. I get that for sure.
And so,
okay, thanks for sharing. Thank you for sharing. At the beginning of this, I don't think you were here yet. I talked about how I did do this video where I analyze like famous people's voices or just influencers' voices, and a lot of the females that I look up to all have those lower voice where people say, you sound like a man, you sound like a man. And I was like, well, reason she's so successful, that commanding voice. So you have that voice, like own it.
Okay.
How do I help you own it right now? What would support you in leaving this feeling a little bit more ownership in your
you
voice?
just did, coming up here and doing this.
Great, awesome.
Yes.
Keep singing. Okay. And keep finding that higher voice too, because you have this lower voice, having the ability to go up and down. So singing opera, if there's gospel music, I talk about gospel music a lot. If there's gospel music that you like or worship music that is in that soprano voice, sing that too.
Okay.
That's connecting you directly to God, y'all, that high voice. That's
Okay.
a theory I can't prove, but that's another thing. I am working on finding a neuroscientist where I can prove some of my theories with. It's just, I have weird theories. I'm like, they're like, no, there's no experiment. Can you run that? Okay, well, I'll just keep teaching and do it this way instead, case studies. But finding this higher voice is just gonna give you flexibility and more resonance.
Okay. Okay.
Cool, I love your voice.
Thank you. That was so much fun.
That's an improvement.
Thank you.
Come on up.
Love your pants. Thanks so much.
Hi, everybody. My name is Allison. I'm not really a breakfast person too much, I would say. I don't really like eggs. I don't do the whole breakfast thing. But this morning I went to Starbucks and I did a little bit of work on my computer and I ordered a iced pumpkin chai tea latte. I love chai. Pumpkin is my favorite part of fall, autumn, yeah. And that's really all I had. And then I wanted to get the pumpkin loaf with the cream cheese inside, but I didn't. I was like, no, keep yourself from that. And then later I had some Ritz crackers with some cream cheese. It was really, really good. And that's all I had today. Well, thank you.
All right, how'd that feel for you?
Fine.
What's your intention for being here?
I guess just learning how to speak and be more effective when I'm talking to people.
Okay, cool. Your voice is really resonant. You have a strong earth voice. I did notice you apologize a little bit when you're speaking.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? A little bit of like, oh, apologizing for myself. You might do this with your body to do that. So how can we get you to take up space and own it rather than apologizing?
don't know, because I think I have like a problem with apologizing a lot in general, like just in everyday life. Like I say sorry for everything.
Okay, that's your homework. Every time you say sorry, we're gonna.
Okay.
Serious. I'm so not kidding. I'm so not kidding. I'm sorry. Find a way to just note it, because it showed up in your speaking here,
Okay.
and when you're on stage and when you're pitching or whatever it is that you do, don't apologize.
Okay.
Sure. I did a fake apology today at a sales call. It's like slightly manipulative. Here's a little sales tip. Someone was late for the call, no-showed. So what I did is I emailed them and said, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I missed our call. I must think the worst of us." And he goes, "I'm in the Zoom room now." Like 15 minutes late, bro. I have a follow-up call tomorrow. Yeah, it works. It's a little reverse psychology, but that's a little like purposeful apologizing. But on stage, I want you want to feel all of you. So I'm gonna have you do this and take up space. I rarely wear skirts, so I'm like, whoa, I'm stuck. Okay. I take up space.
I take up space.
I take up space.
I take up space.
Oh, more vowel. Space.
Space.
Okay. I take up space.
I take up space.
You looked at me like, am I doing it right? I want you to look at the top of that TV
Okay.
and send the sound to there.
Okay.
I take up space.
I take up space.
There we go. How about this? I am safe to be seen.
I am safe to be seen.
Send it out right here. Send it out of this forehead, right there. Imagine that the sound of your voice is coming out the center of your forehead.
Oh, okay. I am safe to be seen.
There we go. There we are. Yeah. Your voice is just sinking back in the lazy mud voice.
Okay.
Let's send your voice out the center of your forehead and see if you feel safer to be seen. Okay? Your new daily mantra is, I am safe to be seen. Write it everywhere. Look at it every day. I'm safe to be seen and heard. You're so safe. I want to see you. Let us see you, okay?
Okay.
What's your name again?
Allison?
Allison. Okay.
Thank
Allison, you just said that as a question.
Allison.
We're noticing. Are you friends? Are you friends?
Yeah.
All right, now you're seeing it. She just said her name is a question. Allison.
Allison.
There we go. All right. We're getting the sorry out of the vocabulary. I'm talking to you. This is your homework. This is what friends are for. All right, cool. Awesome. Come back to my class and apologize.
Okay.
Last, but certainly not
Yes.
least.
Hi everyone, I'm Karan. I woke up a bit early today. I thought I could sleep in again. Bad idea, every day. Was running super late to my class, threw in some milk and flakes. Ended up super hungry in the class again. Was waiting for the break. Ended up getting a break. I realized I didn't have my energy bars on me. Ended up borrowing one from a friend and ran back home for a healthy, heavy lunch. And I'm hungry again now. So looking forward to running back home. Thank you.
I wasn't moving until you did. All right, how was that for you?
Decent, could have been better, but
Okay, well, what could have been better?
I don't know. Maybe just the flow?
Okay, the flow. I actually thought your flow was fine.
Oh, yay.
When someone's like, could have been better, I'm like, be specific. Be specific with our criticisms. You can criticize yourself, sure, but be specific, right? Be specific. I would actually love to see you ground your feet more.
Okay.
I thought your flow was really good, and I would love to see a bit more stability. Now, what do you do for work?
I just joined my business school. I'm not working.
Oh, you're in business school.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're going to be working with American business people.
Yeah.
Stay grounded. Where are you from?
India?
Okay, India. I love my Indian friends who speak very quickly for us Americans.
I know.
Right? It's hard. It's hard. And you have a very specific melodic pattern. And so learning to open your mouth around your vowels will put you light years ahead in terms of speaking with American business people who are lazy and don't want to try to listen closer. Notice how I always put it onto the listener's problem, right? It is the listener. We're becoming aware of, we have empathy for where they're at. We don't agree with it, but we're going to use it to our advantage, right? Okay, that's the key. Can I have you try?
Yeah, we can try.
Yeah. So even if you just introduce yourself and just use your vowels. vowels
Yeah.
really intensely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Karan, and I just moved to Austin from India. I'm here at my business school. I'm here for a couple of years.
I am here for business school.
I'm here for business school.
Business.
Business school.
Yeah. So and there's certain vowels that are short.
Right.
It is a short vowel. Those are going to be the ones that get lost for you. It's Karen?
Karan.
Karan?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Karan.
Hi, I'm Karan.
Okay, great. So what we want when you're introducing yourself
Yeah.
to put the emphasis on the first part of your name.
Okay.
So we hear the ah. So at least we have something to hold on to. And let's just nail that. Karan?
Yeah, Karan.
Karan.
Yeah. So the first part is what you're mentioning.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
got it.
One more time.
Karan.
Yes. I'm trying to support you so at least you have one thing that's super clear.
Oh, yeah?
That's going to help so you're not hearing. Can you say that again when you're introducing yourself
Exactly.
in loud environments?
Sure.
Okay. One more time. What if you did slow down your name? What would it sound like? If you like like you're in jail.
Hi, I'm Karan.
Okay, cool. Now meet halfway in the middle.
Hi, I'm Karan.
Okay, cool, awesome. So I do think focusing on that first part.
Yeah.
Do the first syllable one more time.
Karan.
Yeah, I do think that
Okay.
it's hard to know because now we've heard it 100 times. But like, I do think that will be more useful.
Yeah.
Really playing with your vowels. If you sing song, what you do, maybe while you're reading a textbook, slow it down and sing song as well. We've done a lot of that today. So,
I will get better at it.
yeah. Huge difference. Absolutely. Cool.
All right.
Great job. Thanks for
Thank you.
playing.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you all so much. You've been such a fun group. You can really tell how you are contagious, right? How your voice affects the nervous system of your audience. You all experienced the difference in, oh, that's what I was feeling, right? Someone had a bit of a monomelody and you you went off into your head and went, oh, it's because I needed a different melody switch up because I have a 7-second attention span because we live in a dopamine addicted society, right? And so as a speaker, you can then use that to your advantage. Y'all, I love teaching this class. Thank you for being my guinea pigs in this today. I do think some of it was effective, some of it not so much. But in the end, I'm always a big fan of making sure every single person here leaves being somewhat transformed. I'm really passionate about that. I might never see you again. And so I want you to leave going, I learned something today that I'm going to take with me for the rest of my life. I know that some of you are asking about the video. If you don't want, I do have a form, but I think that there's things missing from it. I've honestly never done this. Oh, you just want the video. That's great. So there's two things. If you don't want to be on video, if you don't want me to post it anywhere, come let me know. The transformation, me working with people is what big event planners are asking for. And so that's the most important part of this today is those moments of working with you. So if you don't want that, just let me know and I'll honor that. I won't put it publicly anywhere. If you are okay with it, it really does help me spread the message and help other people. If you want the video, send me a message. So either way, this is going online. Sorry you did agree to that when you signed up for Meetup, just so you know, but I wouldn't do that on a personal level. This is getting live streamed through Capital Factory. So Capital Factory does live stream these so that people at home can watch. I think people do. Sometimes they message me about it. My LinkedIn is on another page. My LinkedIn is Sammy Sadacario. My Instagram is Sammy the Siren. Oh, that one. Sorry?
Which do you check more often?
It will be LinkedIn now. I'm back. I was like, I'm making my music career happen. And then God was like, no, you're staying in the corporate world. You're teaching everyone to sing. I still make music, but this is definitely the gold here. If you'd be open to a testimonial, a video testimonial, that also is a big key. I would love to have that from you as just an exchange. Happy to, you all got voice audits today. This was a voice audit, but would happy to answer any other questions. Just let me know, I'll hang around. We do have to be out of here in the next 25 minutes, completely out of this room. We can hang out in here until then, but out the door, 8:59, at least hanging out outside. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you want to do a video testimonial with me today, we can do that right now. I can get it on my phone. And that's it. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Did you
there. This